Android warning: malware infects over 1 million phones using this sneaky trick. Android owners have been put on alert about a new malware scam which has seen more than 1 million phones infected using a sneaky trick. Android fans are being warned about a new malware scam that is hidden on perfectly innocent-looking apps. The malware was loaded onto 7 different apps that were found on the Google Play Store. The apps hid their true intent and bypassed security checks thanks to clever coding and delaying when the malware went live on a victim's device. The malware, which was discovered by SophosLabs, was found on 6 QR readers and 1 smart compass for Android. One way the developers bypassed Google's app vetting process was to ensure the malware went live 6 hours after the apps were installed. In a blog post, Paul Ducklin, head of technology at Sophos, said, "The subterfuge used by the developers to keep Google's Play Protect app vetting process suite seems surprisingly simple. First, the apps were, at least on the surface, what they claimed. 6 were QR code reading apps, 1 was a so-called smart compass. In other words, if you were just trying out apps for fun, or for a one-off purpose, you'd be inclined to judge them by their own descriptions. Second, the crooks didn't fire up the adware part of their apps right away, lurking innocently for a few hours before unleashing a barrage of ads. Third, the adware part of each app was embedded in what looks at first sight like a standard Android programming library that was itself embedded in the app. By adding an innocent-looking graphics subcomponent to a collection of programming routines that you'd expect to find in a regular Android program, the adware engine inside the app is effectively hiding in plain sight. Ducklin said the malware loaded onto the apps caused pop-up adverts to appear, and it could also send Android notifications, including clickable links. This would lure victims into clicking on the offending pages and generate advert revenue for the cyber criminals. The apps with the Android/HidNADAJ malware are thought to have infected at least 1 million users, with one of them downloaded 500,000 times. Google have now pulled the apps from the Google Play Store after being alerted by SophosLabs. SophosLabs added, "Despite Google's failure to spot the roguery of these particular utilities before blessing them into the Play Store, we nevertheless recommend sticking to Google Play if you can." Google's app vetting process is far from perfect, but the company does at least carry out some pre-acceptance checks. Many off-market Android app repositories have no checks at all. They're open to anyone, which can be handy if you're looking for unusual or highly specialized apps that wouldn't make it onto Google Play, or trying to publish unconventional content. But unregulated app repositories are also risky, for all the same reasons.